So I've been in construction my whole adult life. After learning about modular construction, it makes so much sense. So in a way, maybe I'm a little bit of a late adopter, but now that I've been involved in it, it's hard to imagine going back because it just, frankly, it makes so much more sense from a timing standpoint and efficiency and the quality of the final product.
The quality difference between the Gurdon buildings and the competitors is noticeable. We had much more true buildings to what we expected, and the teams both on site as well as in the factory were much more adept at what they were trying to accomplish.
We're pretty happy with the qualities of these Gurdon apartments, from the leasing agents to realtors to property management, even to just prospective tenants that come in. They always have nothing but good things to say.
Gurdon's product is superior to many of the other manufacturers out there. I like the way they're constructed, the LVL rims. They're using floor trusses for the ceilings. They're decked so there's no damage done when we're setting. We can walk across the ceilings. The EPDM cover on each one of the ceilings keeps things dry in case there's weather. So there's no water damage in case weather comes in during the set. And it's just a well-built, quality product.
I was actually surprised at the fact that it basically is Type 5 construction. In fact, it ends up being better in some cases in that the walls have extra thickness, and so the sound transmission becomes a non-issue.
It makes sense from the contractor standpoint, but it also makes a lot of sense, obviously, for the owner, the developer. It's a nice, quick, clean way to complete a very, very well-made multifamily project. I walk around and drive around and see all these conventionally framed multifamily projects and watch how long they take and remember that that's my background and that's what I used to be sort of bogged down with.
It makes more sense. It's more practical to go with modular out here because resources are so scarce. If you want materials, it can be hours away. If you want good contractors, good laborers, it's not like you have hundreds of people that do framing waiting for you to select them. And so by using modular, a lot of it comes mostly finished, and we just need a few of the other trades to finish them out.
Well, I think just overall the control that can happen in the factory was in fact what we had hoped. Having a number of ways of reviewing the workmanship as the building moves through the factory is very important to us. Having a third-party inspector in the factory is very important to us because we know that when it's delivered here, we're expecting only to do about the last 20% of the work. So as seamless a transition as there can be between here and what's actually happening in Idaho is an important part of these projects being successful.
Time frame's a lot faster in modular construction due to the fact that Gurdon would be building the modular components at the same time we're doing the excavation and foundation.
From a contractor standpoint, the details and the effort that goes into a standard site-built project versus a modular project is just exponentially greater. The logistics of getting a job done are dramatically mitigated when the majority of that work is taken care of in the factory, in their controlled environment. From my perspective, it's almost like I think of it as my secret, that I don't want all the other general contractors that I've been competing with all the years to discover what a great way this is to build.